For you,
Yep.
Davine, you've worked with a lot of artists. You're a Yaley or a Juilliard girl.
Yeah.
Yale, yes. So you're a Yaley,
Mhm.
and so that means that you've been in a lot of very, very high octane, artistic spaces. Um,
Mhm.
for you, because you know a lot of people with overwhelming talent, and you have a lot of overwhelming talent as well. How do you
Thank
protect
you.
yourself from the ills of the world and from the pressures of this business?
I put God first
Mm-hmm.
and my family second. Whether that is, you know what I mean, my actual biological family as well as a family I choose. You have to have a support group. You
Yeah.
have to have some kind of base. It's almost as if it's like they are the parameters, right? Almost like they are encircling you and they
Mm-hmm.
allow where you're in a free, safe space. Does that make sense? Where you can just
Yes.
bounce off and do your thing, but where you know I can be free here because I know you'll catch me or you'll stop me before it
Mm-hmm.
goes, you know what I mean, too much. And then also I think you have to have one foot in reality at all times.
Mm.
You can't ever let this business become you, overcome you, because then it will be nothing but you. And then when you look back, you only identify yourself because of the
Mm.
roles you've done or the career you've
Yes.
had. And you don't know
Yes.
then the difference between your job and self. You know what I mean? And I
Amen.
think
Amen.
especially for women and black women in particular in this industry, I've been told by several um, veterans in the game who have literally said to me, do not let this industry steal your womb or your family.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so you have to make a conscious decision, you know what I mean, at different stages of your life of a clear plan of like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this career wise, and then I might take a break for 2 months. You know what I mean to do
Mm-hmm.
X, Y, and Z, or
Yeah.
for a certain. But when you trust in your talent and the things that God has set for you, you can't trip off of that because you know what's for you is for you and when it's for you. But if
Amen.
you can get caught up in it, you know what I mean? Because
Yes.
we're
Yes.
told often like strike when it's hot, but then you miss out on living your life. And at the
Mm.
end of the day, movies or whatever I end up doing, like that's that's whatever. You know what I mean? That's that and that's
Yes.
cool, but what can people say about me as a person? Who can I say I am as a person? And for me, that is the overriding thing that is way more important. And funny enough, as artists, it informs your art. If
Right.
I'm just, you know what I mean, a slave to my job all the time and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not living life or experiencing life experiences, that's going to affect me as an actor. I'm not going to
Yeah.
be as good because I'm not going to have those life experiences to draw from as inspiration for the roles. So I think it's really, I mean, as difficult
It's
as
that
it is, and
balance.
that's true, I believe, for everyone, you got to have that balance
Yeah. You gotta have that
while
balance.
also consistently putting the work into bettering your craft. Because then I think that takes away the fear. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if I
Mm-hmm.
audition for something, I'm at peace whether I got it or not because I know I did my job. At that point, it's semantics, right? It's aesthetics.
Yes.
Whether I'm for you or not, I can't control that. But I don't go into a tizzy or get worked up. Sure, this job you're like, dang, I really wish, you know what I mean? That would have been dope if. But also, I will say every time when I haven't had a job and the next thing comes, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why
This is
God you
why.
blocked that because
Right.
it's
So that you
it's
can have
actually
this.
outdoing that.
Yeah.
Exactly.